Drop it.
Bang! Yo, welcome back to the anime Pree. Thank you guys. It's going to be just like a par if we're under the tree, but we're talking about all things anime. While I have your attention, remember to leave a like and share with your friends. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. So, episode 1, The Promised Neverland. Fun fact before we even start this, when I initially saw this show, I didn't read the bio and the cover art didn't really grab my attention. And I didn't like the name. So I didn't really rush to watch it. But eventually I figured, I put it on the list, I'll get around to it. Thank God I did, because bruh. Let me not get ahead of myself. Let's do this properly, right guys? So spoiler alert, I'm spoiling the first episode. Hopefully that'll get you interested and then you can go watch the rest if you haven't watched it before. But I'm definitely spoiling the first episode. Cool. The show opens up with our trio of protagonists, Emma, Norman, and Ray, having a discussion at this gate that's blocking off a seemingly endless tunnel. And just from this little discussion between the three of them, you realize that Emma is the optimist, Norman is the thinker, and Ray is the observant skeptic. So that's how the show starts. There's these kids looking out this tunnel. But then after the intro, there's a time skip. Our trio are now a little bit older. And from what we can tell, they're living in an orphanage where there are a bunch of other kids that's immaculately clean. They're all eating really well. They're all abundantly happy. And it seems like, the best case scenario for an orphan to live in, really. They're cared for by their caregiver that they call Mom. More on her later. And it seems essentially for an orphan, like utopia. They're living perfectly. Everything's great. But as a viewer, that's staying at the gates in the back of your mind. So red flag 1. Eventually we come to learn that no kid at the orphanage is older than 11, and when kids are adopted from the orphanage, they never really write. Not even really. They don't write. They don't make any kind of communication. And you'd think if you spent your childhood growing up with these people, you'd make at least one friend you'd keep in contact with, right? Red flag number 2. Here's the crimson flag. All these kids, by the way, have serial number tattoos on their necks. Right along their necks. All of them. That immediately goes, what the? Right? And as these things pile up in your mind as you're watching, you start realizing, something's going on here. There's a thing in a thing, as we would say in Jamaica, right? So, meat of the matter of the first episode. There's a little kid named Connie, and she's being adopted today. Yay! Connie has this mad attachment to her stuffed bunny, and she never goes anywhere without it. So they find out she's being adopted. They go through the day as normal. Oh, by the way, they get tested. Same. Let me not say that word. They get tested, like Mother Russia style. Know what I'm saying? And yeah, bros. It's her day to go. She spends the day as they usually would. She packs up. She leaves with Mom. Mom carries her to the gate, because she's got to go to her family. Only thing is, she left her little bunny. And Emma and Norman, being the great kids they are, she knows she's going to cry without her bunny. So they run the bunny out to her. Aren't they great? Only thing is, when they reach the gate, it's open. And they take that plunge into the unknown. And that's where the veil is pulled off for you. The two kids find Connie dead and stuffed into the back of a vehicle, and they immediately hide, only to see these inhuman creatures emerge from the darkness. Speaking about Connie as if she was meat, by the way, there is a flower growing out of her chest, which gets its crimson color from pulling the blood out of meat to extend the shelf life. And these inhuman creatures, they're demons, bro. We're talking to mom. So mom's in on it too. And here are these two kids who, as far as they were concerned, because think about it this way. When we were kids, for those of us that were lucky enough, the world was a magical place. We didn't think of much. We were blissfully unaware. But for everybody, eventually, that bliss is shattered. And when it is, the blissfully unaware either wakes up or becomes willfully ignorant. And here are these kids who woke up in the morning and they lived in perfect orphanage, loved by mom, only to learn that the orphanage that they called home isn't home. It's a farm. And they're not a family. They're cattle. They're meat to be eaten. The kids had one choice, right? One or two choices. Lay down and die or fight back. And that's what this show is about. The show can essentially be looked at as like the loss of innocence that happens to us all. But turned up to 10 with some anime flavor on it. I really enjoyed this first season, and of course, finished the first season immediately started reading the manga. And it only gets better. So I can't wait to see the rest of this. Hopefully I've gotten you guys' attention and piqued your interest and you want to watch The Promised Neverland. And if you do, you're gonna enjoy it. If you enjoyed this, remember to rate, comment, like, subscribe, all the things the YouTubers say. If you want something done, you can suggest it and then we could probably work that too. So we're very interactive. Thank you guys. Thank you. It's been the Anime Pree, your Jamaican par under the tree. Peace.